Welcome back to this edition of Grizzlies Daily. I'm your host Malik. You already know how this goes. We got really nothing going on right now. Like I said, we're getting closer to the beginning of the season, but re- but more than anything, I got something to talk about. So let's talk about it. Now we've gone on a lot about what Thomas Isolos's system looks like and how the team can really look with his new system. So one of the things that I noticed, and I saw this tweet, and it really caught my attention. So we talked about how, if y'all remember in the last video, we talked about how there was a big disconnect in how Zach Edey was utilized offensively between Taylor Jenkins and Thomas Isolo. If you don't remember, basically there was a stat that ESPN put out. It was like I believe it said Edey was used on Edey set 33 screens a game under Isolo, but with Taylor Jenkins he set 13 or 12, something like that. But these new stats right here actually bring up a lot of limelight into why I think Isolo, if the system gets figured out, it could be one of the best in the league. So this stat right here shows Ja Morant and Zach Edey under Isolo. Right here, first we'll start with Jenkins. So when it comes to Ja Morant with Jenkins, he averaged 22 points a game, about 7 assists and 4 rebounds on 56% true shooting and 29% from three. Now, Ja with Thomas Isolo, 28 points per game, 6 assists, 4 rebounds, 58% true shooting, and 38% 3 point percentage. Now we go to Zach Edey with Taylor Jenkins. 9.2 points per game, barely an assist, 7.6 rebounds, and 1.7 stocks with 62% true shooting. If you don't know what stocks are, it's steals and blocks combined. And then Zach Edey with Thomas Isolo. 9.3 points, not really much going on right there. 1.4 assists. Zach Edey doesn't, and he's not really a playmaker, so that doesn't matter. But get this, 13.4 rebounds. That's nearly double what he averaged with Taylor Jenkins. And then 2.4 stocks and 65% true shooting. Granted, this is only a sample size of about 9 to 13 games, but you also have to take into account, and I'm going to pull it up right here. The Grizzlies were playing a very tough schedule when it came to those 9 games that they played under Isolo. I'm going to read off the teams that they played, and you tell me what sounds better. So, in those final 9 games, this is after Taylor Jenkins got fired. So, we're going to go to game 73, I believe. Right, okay, wait. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Forgive me, it's been a minute since I've been to school. All right, forgive me. So, Taylor Jenkins got fired after playing the Oklahoma City Thunder. Let's look at the games that the Grizzlies played right after Isolo got hired or promoted to interim head coach. They played the Lakers, then they played the Celtics, then the Warriors, then Miami Heat, Detroit Pistons, Charlotte Hornets, Timberwolves, Denver Nuggets, and Dallas Mavericks. That is how they ended the regular season with Thomas Isolo. I am a firm believer, and I am on the hype train that with this system, I think with a full season sample size, we're looking at something great. We're looking at a potentially top. We have a potentially a top 5 system if everyone's healthy and everyone understands it. I think we are really underlooking what the true potential is for this team if Isolo and the guys figure out offense more than anything. Now, obviously, defense matters, but this offensive scheme right here really has me excited for the regular season. And I really am upset with myself that I haven't been talking about it much more. But those stats really put it into limelight. And he faced a tough amount of teams. I mean, he played teams that essentially won championships in the past 5 years. So give credit where credit is due. Now, something that we also had to talk about. We talk about an offensive system that's going to allow a lot of guys to shine if they get the possibility to play and really just thrive. One of those people being Gigi Jackson. And I kind of hate that it's gotten to this point, but Gigi Jackson is at a point where, yes, he has been hit with a few injuries here and there. But I think he has a lot to prove this year. And this is not me saying this is a make or break year for Gigi. It's not. I definitely do think he does have to prove himself this year if he wants to hit the court. And what I mean by that is he has to find his confidence again. I'm a firm believer that Taylor Jenkins ruined Gigi Jackson's confidence, and I truly think that. I mean, granted, yes, he was injured, so that was a point in time where he couldn't play in he couldn't do training camp, he couldn't do this and that. But you're not going to tell me that he did not ruin Gigi Jackson's confidence. We can debate it, but I truly think that's the case. I mean, I'm looking at Gigi Jackson um, after coming from the Memphis Hustle. He's scared to shoot the ball. He doesn't really know how to dribble smoothly. He's turning the ball over, things like that. He can't find himself on the court. So I think, like I said, with Izolo's system, I think he really can prove himself. And one thing that we learned from Summer League, and this is why the idea of Izolo coaching in Summer League, it was a really underrated idea that a lot of people didn't even think about. It allows Izolo to realize what Jackson's strengths are and how he can fit them into the system for the actual regular season. So I think it's a lot that we really need to look into because we did see G. Jackson really thrive in Summer League at certain points as a cutter, a passer, and even a shooter. It's all just a matter of what he can do, and I think he can find himself a good role on the team because one thing about Gigi Jackson is very underrated. He knows how to push the tempo when it comes to the break. He grabs that rebound. He can go coast to coast. I think he's up there with some of the big names like Giannis. What? Okay, let me reword this because I don't want anybody thinking I'm comparing Gigi Jackson to Giannis. But I'm saying on the level of being a one man fast break that can simply push the ball forward. You got guys like Giannis who can do that easily. And I think Gigi Jackson has that ability. He takes long strides when he dribbles. And I think as long as they find a system where he's comfortable doing that and finding his game in multiple aspects of the court, they got another good wing right there. And that's something that we really need to stop taking for granted. And hopefully they figure that out before another team does and we drop the ball on another forward that could have been something special, but we just couldn't pull the trigger. But I don't think Izzo is going to do that. I think Izzo is going to be more aggressive with the guys and really figure out who fits where. And that's why I like him, and I can't wait to look forward to that. Now, something that I did not mention in the last episode that did come out, and I hate myself for not really mentioning it, but the guys dropped some new jerseys. Some new jerseys, the 25th anniversary jerseys. Can't wait to see these in action when they come out. I'm going to try to pull this up for y'all. I told y'all I was going to try something new. Granted, forgive me, my laptop screen is very, very, very broken right now. So give me 1 second. I am trying. Oh my goodness. Okay, how are we gonna do this? How are we gonna do this? I need to find a way to pull this up for y'all because I don't want to do the ghetto route. So, let's see. Can we do this? I think we might be able to do it, and I might be able to show these pictures to y'all. So give me just 1 second. We are ghetto right now, but y'all, this is what y'all came here for. You know, everything ain't perfect. You know, y'all still rock with me. How y'all doing today? You know, hey, everything's cool. All right, I think we got it. I think we have it. And technology. Boom. There we go. I told you I was going to switch it up. I was going to try to show more things on screen for y'all. But take a look at these jerseys, man. I really like the outlook of these jerseys. I love them. They are the throwback Vancouver ones, the ones that they first had when they first came to Memphis. Well, no, I'm tweaking. Well, actually, no. These are the ones when they first came to Memphis back when they had Shane Battier and Pau Gasol. I know a little bit of ball knowledge, even though it was before my time. You know, I really do like these jerseys. I like the aesthetic on them. I do like everything down from the design to the lining, the teal trim, all of that. I am a really big fan of these jerseys. My main hope is that we do get a repeat of what it was like in 2021 where they changed the court as well. So if we can get that, I am a big fan of these jerseys, and you cannot tell me otherwise. Now let's transition back over here. Y'all like the technology? Cool, cool, cool. Like I said, y'all, I'm going to try to find a way to really get this back going and find ways to really, make this innovative. But I really, really wanted to show y'all that, and I'm glad that we got this figured out. Now, I don't know when these are going to be in the team shop. I actually, you know what? We're gonna go back to real quick. I'm gonna go back to showing my screen because I do want y'all to see this. Give me just 1 second. And here we are. Now, I don't usually plug myself, but follow me on Twitter right here at MRobinsonJRSM. I work in the team shop at the Grizzlies at the FedEx Forum. Just hit me up, follow me. I usually follow people back. Just hit me up, and I'll let y'all know when those jerseys drop. I will let y'all know first thing as soon as I find out because I do want everybody to have an opportunity to be able to get this jersey, and there's going to be plenty of them available. So once again, M Robinson JRSM. Don't mean to usually plug myself, but I thought I'd show that to y'all because it'd be a crime if I did it. So there you go. All right, cool, cool. Glad we got that sorted out. Perfect. Now, before we get out of here, there was something in the jersey reveal that I really wanted to show y'all because we talked about Zach Edey, and one of the things that is underrated when it comes to Zach Edey is we don't understand how the Grizzlies really kind of got a really good guy out of that draft. And I'm just not speaking from a playing aspect. I'm speaking on the fact of a guy who really embraces the culture and where he's at. I want to show y'all this tattoo that he got. Now, this may be new to some. It's new to me, but it may be old to some of y'all. But just look at this thing. You got Tom Lee Park. You got the Grizzlies logo. You got the M Bridge. You even got the Purdue. All that. This man is loyal. And it really goes to show that this is the kind of guy. This is why guys like John Morant, Rockford, Zach Edey. This is why Jaren Jackson Jr. speaks up for him. I really do think little things like this go unprecedented because it really does show a lot of chemistry, and it's good to see a guy like Zach Edey embrace the Memphis culture and instantly just click in like that, and we welcome him in with open arms. It's been a while since I've seen a lottery pick just had that kind of pull with the fan base and even the city themselves. So I really love to see that from Zach Edey. And I'm glad to see that he's really embraced the culture, and I truly think he's somebody, barring anything, he is here to stay, and I can't be more excited to see Zach Edey thrive in the city of Memphis and on the Memphis Grizzlies. So that's all I got for this edition. Yeah, like I said, Friday, it's not much going on. Now Monday is what we're looking forward to. That is media day, and like I said, I'm gonna try my best to get all that new information, any quotes, any sound bites that I got that I can bring to y'all. And like I said, now that I know how to actually, bring up the screen and show y'all things, we're gonna do things a little differently now. I told y'all I figured it out, and we find ways to make this better. So I really appreciate y'all for sticking with me. And by the way, appreciate y'all because I didn't mention this. I don't think I have, but thank y'all for 500 subscribers. I've only been doing this for about 3 months, and the fact that 500 of y'all press subscribe and just been with me for the long run of the off season. We haven't even gotten to real basketball for real. And y'all are already rocking with me going into the next season. I really appreciate y'all, and I can't wait for this journey as we watch the 2025-2026 NBA regular season. And we hope the Grizzlies make a quest for the championship. If you follow me on Twitter, you'll see one of my last tweets is me saying, if the Grizzlies win the championship, I will cut off my locks, and I truly do stand by that. I will go straight buzz if the Grizzlies win the championship. So hold me accountable to that if we end up winning the championship. But that's all I got for right now. We're not going to go into that. If you like this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on post notifications so you get notified when we upload. Because like I said, media day, we're going to hear a lot. And I'm going to be able to bring a lot to y'all. And especially what we hear, especially regarding updates with Zach Edey and Jaren Jackson Jr. and Cedric Coward, depending on what we hear about him. And like I said, I can't wait to bring that to y'all. So be sure to tune in Monday and Tuesday. Now, granted, Monday the episode probably will come out before media day, so sorry in advance. But Tuesday is the day that y'all want to tune in. Mark my words. You're hearing it right here. Tuesday is the day you need to be clicking that notification and joining and watching this video right now. All right. So I think that's all I got. I'm gonna quit wasting time. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I'm signing off, and I'll see y'all on Monday.